Hi, my name is Ava. If you've ever been blamed for something so cruel, so outrageous, something that shattered everything you thought you knew about family, and no one believed you, no matter how loud you screamed, then maybe you'll understand why I'm telling this story. Because it wasn't just betrayal. It wasn't just a lie. It was a slow-motion nightmare that started the day my dad died. My dad was our anchor.
Wake up, kiddos.
The one who woke up first and went to bed last. He wasn't flashy, just steady. Corporate job. Button-down shirts. He worked under a boss who micromanaged his every move. Looking back, he was under a lot of pressure, there were many deadlines, and he had constant emails. But he never complained. He still drove his old Civic even when he could have upgraded. He never said much about money. He just saved. For us. For the future. And then everything changed. Just like that. He was gone. One massive heart attack. No warning. No goodbye. Mom, shattered. She'd been a stay-at-home mom since I was in kindergarten. She ran everything, birthdays, field trips, bandages, bedtime prayers. But after Dad? She stopped cooking. Stopped talking. The house got so quiet it hurt. And Eliza? She pulled away.
Leave me alone, Ava. You can't fix anything.
I thought it was grief. But looking back, it was preparation. I remember something my dad told me when he was alive.
If anything ever happens to me, the emergency fund is in there. Tell Mom. Help each other.
Dad worked IT at a mid-sized company. Not rich, just smart. Every bonus, every refund, every freelance check saved. Some in the bank. Some in that lockbox. Counted. Labeled. Protected. Not millions. But enough. For Mom. For tuition. For rent. For safety. And then, it vanished. No, where is the lockbox? It was last here. This is really bad. I had never seen Mom like that before. With tears streaming down her face and her shoulders shaking. The bills were piling up. The money was drying out. We were slipping, fast. And just when I thought nothing could make it worse. I was wrong.
Mom, I didn't want to say anything. But Ava has been sneaking around and has lied to us both. I have proof.
I don't understand why Ava would do this, after everything your dad wanted for us.
It wasn't my number. It wasn't even my writing style. But Mom believed my sister. Then she found the wallet. Dad's. Located in my drawer. Eliza had planted it. Mom, I didn't do it.
So you're still lying to me, Ava? Theft is a crime. Go to your room, I can't even look at you.
My room became my prison. Mom didn't speak to me. I was banned from Dad's memorial at school. My friends dropped me like I was contagious. And Eliza? She partied. Smiled. Shopped. I watched her climb out her window one night, in heels. To go to a party. Paid for with my life. I knew that Eliza was up to something and I had to uncover it. This led to me snooping in her room. I went into Eliza's room. And that's when I found it. A shoebox. Receipts. Withdrawal slips. Luxury tags she swore she never touched. But then, I found the second phone. And everything changed. There it was. Her second life. Every lie. Every dollar. Every stolen moment. And worse, texts. Text chains where she bragged about it. I wanted to scream. But I waited. I wanted her to hear the truth from me, publicly. I already knew Mom and Eliza were having dinner without me. But this time, I didn't come to beg. I brought a binder, filled with proof. Every receipt. Every lie. And I was done staying silent. If you've been following my story and want to know what Mom and Eliza said when I finally confronted them and what happened after, don't miss it. Please subscribe to my animated secret. Things only get crazier from here. I thought finding proof would save me. I thought the truth would be enough. But when your enemy is your sister, a liar, a thief, and something even darker, the truth can get you killed. The next day, there was a school assembly. It wasn't anything special, just announcements about upcoming events and student initiatives. But for me, it was everything. The last time something this important had happened at school, I had been locked in my room, punished because of Eliza's lies. I missed my father's memorial because of her. So it felt only right that this would be the moment I took something back. That I told my truth, in front of everyone. I wasn't planning to say anything. But someone lied so well, they made even our mom turn on me. They said I made everything up, even caused me to miss my dad's memorial. Then they said I stole the money he left behind. But the truth doesn't need defending. It just needs receipts. So if you're watching this, just know. I didn't name names. But if the guilt fits. I connected the screen to Eliza's second phone, the one she thought no one knew about. I didn't need to say a word. The messages spoke for themselves. And everyone knew exactly who they were from. After what I went through, I'm done staying quiet. Like and subscribe to my animated secret for more true stories that hit way too close to home.
Huh? Oh my Is that Eliza?
Everyone started taking pictures of the texts. Mrs. Morrison shut it down, but it was already too late. Screenshots were everywhere. And for a moment, it felt like Eliza was finally being held accountable.
This is defamation. Ava's obsessed with me. She broke into my room and faked those texts, and you're all seriously buying this? She's lying to cover up the fact that she stole from Dad. Pathetic, really.
I exposed the truth, and I'd soon find out how much it would backfire. I thought the worst was over. But that night, the police showed up at our house. Not just any police. Eliza's boyfriend was on the force. And suddenly, his friends were at our door.
Ava Morgan, you're under investigation for identity theft and criminal harassment.
I was shocked, but I wasn't scared. Because I hadn't done anything. So when they asked for my phone, I handed it over without hesitation. You can check my phone. I have nothing to hide. He didn't say a word, just kept scrolling. Then his expression changed, like he found what he was looking for. And when he turned the screen to my mom, everything shifted.
These emails and messages were sent from her school account and social media, threatening Eliza.
What, officer? How could this be?
I stared at the screen. It was real. My name, my account, but those words? I never typed them. They weren't mine. Threats. Obsession. Messages I'd never written, but they were there. Each one more chilling than the last. You don't deserve what you have. He only picked you because he hasn't seen the real me yet. You're nothing without me. And then, I robbed Dad. And if you ever open your mouth, I'll pin it all on you. My chest tightened. She didn't just frame me for obsession. She made it look like I was dangerous.
Ava, how could you? After everything we've been through? I just don't understand why you'd do this to Dad. To us. We're supposed to be sisters.
She was playing the victim, flawlessly. DMs from my hacked socials. Proof I was stalking her. I'd left my laptop open the night before. And with a cop boyfriend, she didn't even have to try. She knew exactly how to plant it, and exactly who to call to make it stick. By then, I knew, without a shadow of a doubt. She wasn't just manipulative. She was a monster.
Ava, tell me you didn't actually write those.
My own mom doubted me. I was suspended from school. And worse, I was removed from the house. A restraining order forced me to stay at least 100 feet away from Eliza. Even though we shared a home. Do you think I have a chance to undo the damage, to expose the lies Eliza's been spreading? or will I fail? Like, share, and subscribe to my animated secret for riveting stories inspired by true events. Leave a comment and let me know what you think. They say family is everything. But mine set me on fire and watched me burn. I found the truth. I showed the truth. And somehow, that made me the villain. They didn't even ask questions. They just grabbed me and shoved me out the door like I was some criminal. My phone hit the pavement. My mom didn't say a word. She just backed away like I was dangerous. And Eliza? She collapsed into her cop boyfriend's arms, sobbing, like she was the victim. I should have seen it coming. But I didn't. Not from my own sister. They didn't put me in a cell, but this felt worse. Cold walls. Flickering lights. Rain that wouldn't stop. My phone wouldn't either. Every post was a mockery. Every comment, a knife. I told the truth, and they turned me into a monster. Alone in a shelter, with the storm outside. And inside. I opened my phone, and watched my name rot. Hashtag Psycho Sister Ava, trending like wildfire. They called me jealous. Deranged. Dangerous. One lie, and suddenly, I wasn't a person anymore. Just a story everyone wanted to hate. The story exploded. Eliza posted a tearful storytime video to her 800,000 followers. Then came the screenshots, out of context. The DMs, edited. Her fans flooded the comments, obsessed much? Jealous sister vibes. She knew exactly how to manipulate the algorithm and the narrative. I was branded, toxic. Dangerous. Unstable and a thief. And all I could do was watch my world collapse.
This has been the hardest thing I've ever had to do, but I'm speaking out because I truly believe my sister needs help. Not hate. Not judgment. Just help. I never wanted it to come to this. I tried to protect her. I stayed silent for so long, even after she stole from our dad after he passed. But at some point, silence becomes dangerous. She's been sending me obsessive messages, and I'm scared.
She used her platform to bury me. The social media darling, the innocent one. Meanwhile, I lost everything. Friends. School. My mother. The only thing I had left was a question. Why did she hate me enough to destroy me? It was pouring rain, and I was completely soaked. Just sitting there at the bus stop, not even caring anymore. My dad had just died, and now, everyone thought I was the villain. Eliza, my sister, had told the internet I was obsessed with her. That I sent her creepy texts and stole from our dad. But she was the one who did those things. Not me. I was trying not to cry when a red car pulled up in front of me.
Hello, are you Ava Morgan?
Yes. Who are you?
My name is Elijah Johnson. I worked with your father, he trusted me. Before he died, he told me, if anything ever happened to him, and if Eliza started acting like her biological mother, I was supposed to give you this.
Her mother? But my mom is Eliza's mom.
No, not by blood. Your father wanted you to know the truth. Take this letter, he wrote it before he passed. And this USB, it has more answers than I ever could.
Elijah handed me the letter and the USB. My hands shook. That handwriting, my dad's. Even now, just weeks after he was gone. It was like he was finally breaking through. Through the noise. Through the lies Eliza built around me. Through everything I thought I knew about my family.
No, not by blood. Your father wanted you to know the truth. Take this letter, he wrote it before he passed. And this USB, it has more answers than I ever could provide.
The next day, I went to the library. I needed space, from the shelter, from the noise. But more than anything, I needed to know the truth. The truth that was starting to crack everything open. The letter felt heavier than it should have. My hands shook as I opened it. My dad's handwriting stared back at me. It was like he was speaking to me from beyond the grave. Before I continue, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to my Animated Secret, a channel that brings you riveting stories inspired by true events. Trust me, you don't want to miss what happens next. I didn't know what to expect, but I started reading the letter Dad left behind. The letter ended with one line, "Play the USB." I almost didn't, but I'm glad I did.
Ava, if you're watching this, it means the worst-case scenario has happened. It's about your sister, Eliza, and you deserve the full truth. Eliza isn't your sister, not biologically. We adopted her when she was just 3 months old. Her birth mother had a complicated, painful past. We thought love and a stable home would be enough. But as she got older, I started noticing signs, things I couldn't explain, and now, I just wish I'd gotten her help sooner. Eliza's mother was abusive and manipulative. She was in and out of prison for various crimes, including attempted murder and wire and bank fraud. She was also addicted to drugs. Her father abandoned them and also had his own criminal and drug-related issues. She was put up for adoption when she was very young during one of her mother's stints in prison. I caught Eliza stealing and hurting animals that she found outside. Eliza also had taken my credit card and performed some fraudulent banking transactions under my name. So I didn't want to put everything into the bank. That's why I hid some of the money, to protect you and your mom. I love Eliza, but I know she needs professional help. I brought up my concerns to your mom, but she wasn't receptive. She didn't see what I saw. I've been looking into therapy for Eliza, because lately, I'm starting to fear what might happen without it. I never wanted to believe she could hurt this family, but I can't ignore the signs anymore. I'm trying to find a way to get her the help she needs before it's too late.
I stopped breathing. All this time. Dad knew. He saw the signs way before my life started crumbling. He noticed something was wrong with Eliza. Long before she drained his account and made it look like I did it. Before she humiliated me online, twisted people against me. Before she made me doubt everything. But nothing could have prepared me for what he said next. That she needed therapy. That he was afraid of what she might do if she didn't get help. And then, the biggest shock of all. Eliza isn't even my biological sister. She wasn't trying to become me. She wanted to erase me. To make me take the fall for everything she did. But now, I know the truth. And I won't let her get away with any of it. Have you ever been so desperate to expose the truth that you'd risk everything? Her lies turned my entire life upside down. And the worst part? They believed her. They gave her a restraining order against me. I wasn't allowed within 100 feet of the place I used to call home. But I didn't care. Not anymore. Because I finally realized something. Eliza's biggest weakness was her arrogance. She never thought I'd fight back. So I used that to my advantage. Sometimes, you have to go against the rules to fix what was broken. I had one shot. One chance to get her to confess. And I wasn't going to waste it. As I stepped inside the house, the one that used to be mine, I decided to record on my phone. My hands were shaking, but my mind was clear.
Well, well. Caught you red-handed. Sneaking in and breaking a restraining order? That's bold, but hey, maybe this time they'll finally lock you up for good.
The stakes were higher than ever before. She was in the dining room. Almost like she was expecting me. But I was expecting her too. You win, Eliza. You always do. I just wanted to say goodbye to the house and to you.
Ah, how sweet. Look at you, crawling back like a kicked puppy. You really thought anyone would believe you? Even Mom doesn't. You're finished.
I guess I just needed to hear it. From you.
Fine. You want the truth? Yeah, I framed you. The emails, the fake DMs, the screenshots, all me. You basically handed it to me, leaving your laptop wide open like an idiot. And the stuff about Dad? Yeah. I lied. You never stole from him, but they believed it. Honestly? It was almost too easy.
And what about Dad?
You're about to get locked up for breaking in, Ava. But that's just the start of what I'll pin on you. Dad had no heart issues, no reason for meds like digoxin. So I swapped his sleeping pills for digoxin. It's a deadly poison if your heart's healthy. That's how he died. And you? You were next in line. But right now? You're my perfect scapegoat if they ask any questions.
I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Eliza, my own sister, had murdered our dad. And now, she wanted me to take the blame. But I couldn't break a knot now. I had to stay calm. Act like I didn't know what she'd just confessed. Because if I tipped her off, I might not make it out of there at all. So this was your plan all along?
Why are you taking this so well? You should be freaking out. Screaming. Why aren't you shocked?
She was watching me too closely. I could feel her suspicion rising like a tidal wave. And then, her eyes flicked to my pocket.
Wait, are you? Are you recording me?
My heart dropped. I turned to bolt. But she was already lunging toward me. I didn't look back. I just ran. Out the front door, across the lawn. My heart pounding louder than my footsteps.
Get back here, Ava.
I heard Eliza yell behind me. But I didn't stop. I ducked into a bush down the street. Knees scraped, breath shaking, and called my Uber. Then, headlights. My ride. I bolted out, waved it down, and jumped in. I was safe, for now. And I had everything I needed to take her down. I knew I couldn't go to the cops in my own area. Eliza and her cop boyfriend were tight with half the force. If I showed up at that station, who knows what they'd do with the evidence. So instead, I had my Uber take me to a police department outside our jurisdiction. Somewhere I hoped she had no connections. I walked into the police station with everything. Dad's letter, the USB. And Eliza's own confession. This wasn't just about clearing my name anymore. It was about justice. She murdered our dad. And I was going to make sure she never got away with it. The police arrived at our house the next day. But when they went in, Eliza was nowhere to be found. They searched every room. But her bedroom closet was half empty. Drawers pulled out. Makeup gone. Clothes missing. It was like she had vanished. For 2 weeks, I didn't sleep. I kept checking my phone, watching the news. Wondering if she'd already slipped away. Until finally, I got the call. They caught her at the airport. With a one-way ticket. Trying to board a flight under a fake name. Eliza was officially in custody, arrested for her crimes. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my animated secret. There are many more stories to reveal. You won't want to miss what's coming next.